Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenk. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week 3 of the year 2026. And this is from the 12th to the 18th of January. I wish you all a very happy Makar Sankranti, first of all, which is happening on the 14th of January. Whenever, whichever year you talk about, Sun ingresses in the Uttarayan, that is in the Capricorn sign. It is a beautiful, beautiful time period because a new chapter starts. And this particular time period is a very good time to meditate, to grow spiritually, internally, externally, and have cordial relationship with others as well, leaving your ego behind. Okay. So, I will be discussing the moon's ingress this week. I will be sharing the screen and I will be sharing what is happening this week also and what is the core theme. And then I will be taking you through to the sign-wise predictions. And as you know, this is based on the New Delhi, India time. The timings are based on that. So if you are towards the west, please go back. If you are towards the west from New Delhi, so the event will take place after a few hours, and if you are towards the east, then you have to maybe move the clock little in reverse. So this is how you have to see and navigate, because these are all generic predictions I give, and they are very important in our day-to-day lives. We must know what's happening because moon transits through nakshatras also. So those themes are also going to be covered in this particular video. So let's start. And before I go on to this video, please don't forget to watch the videos in the playlist. I have mentioned all the videos of 2026 till now, whatever I have done. For all the signs, I have made separate videos, elaborate ones, approximately 1 hour or so. So for each sign, so do watch them, and it includes a lot of information. Each video includes very elaborately, I've explained about Saturn's energy this year and Jupiter's energies, and of course Rahu Ketu, eclipses, Kal Sarpa. All those I've mentioned, the do's and the don'ts and the remedies. If you will watch, you will know. So do share them, because a lot of effort, a lot of energy has been put in to make all those videos as well. So do share them to the maximum, because they are actually, I'm not bragging or something, or I want you all to know what is and how is the predictions in the generic way also going to be matching up. So maximum people should get the benefit out of this. Only that is my intention. Okay, because the generic videos that you have been watching, they don't include the transit positions like the way I have mentioned, because they want to just superficially, I don't know, whatever my clients have told me, I'm just sharing. And the comment section also, I have read the comments saying that this is the most extensive one. So please do watch them, and that is what is my happiness. Okay. So let's start with my insights on the week first, as to how this week is going to unfold. And again, I wish you all a very happy Makar Sankranti, Bihu, Makar Sankranti, whatnot. There are so many festivals with this Makar Sankranti also. So here what we have to see is, one second, let me just open the pen. Okay. So in this week, moon is going to be transiting through the Libra sign. First Libra, then moves into the debilitation sign. So 12th in Libra, 13th first half in Libra, 13th latter half it moves into the Scorpio sign. 14th remains in Scorpio sign, 15th remains in Scorpio sign, and 16th moves into the Sagittarius sign. And 17th also stays in Sagittarius sign. 18th post 11 a.m. India New Delhi time moves into your Capricorn sign, so where the new moon is going to be taking place. And during this week, the major backdrop that I wanted to give you is that Jupiter is retrograde, And big talk, big promises, big headlines, but also revisions, rollbacks because it's retrograde. So rechecking data is very essential. So if you are aware of this Jupiter's energies, so this is great for learning, teaching, media. Tricky for final decisions unless verified twice. Saturn is in your Pisces sign, so accountability, water, weather themes, border, ships, oil, water supply issues might just be the case. But it is good for self introspection also. I hope you all can hear me. If anybody is here, and confirm that to me. Thank you so much. Rahu Ketu are in the Aquarius and Leo axis only, and tech, AI, cyber network protests, collectives versus ego, leadership, narratives, and royal politics. All these, whatever is happening, is because of the triangle connection of Ketu, also, the world news. Now, this week, Sun will be moving into the Capricorn sign. So will be the movement of Mars. So when Sun shifts into the Makara sign, that is Capricorn, it is the Makar Sankranti. This brings in policy, government, duty, taxation, compliance system into focus. And also, Mars will be getting exalted. But do remember, it is combust. I'll come to that also. Quick update on this. Mars is also going to be entering Capricorn sign on the 16th of January. Sun from 14th January till the 13th of Feb, and Mars will be here till the 23rd of February. So when Mars is in exaltation mode around midweek, is a classic signature for strong executive action, defense, infrastructure, enforcement, and also no nonsense market moves. But do remember, when these energies are getting activated, with Venus also transiting here from the 13th of January onwards, and Mercury from 17th Jan, they all are combust also, with Sun in close vicinity to all these planets. Before that, Jupiter and Mercury will be exact opposite also, and there's an exchange also. So, false relationship, fake values, material greed will burn with Venus combustion. With Mercury combustion, lies, manipulation, shallow thinking will burn. With Mars combustion, ego, anger, violence will burn. And with Moon also joining in here on the Amavasya time, that is the new moon, emotional reset of the world happens. This is not punishment. This is a cosmic purification through fire. And just like gold is purified in heat, human systems, government, corporations, and even personal lives go through correction. Whatever has been happening in the past is because of the stellium, or we can say clustering of planets in the fire energies, fire sign, and Ketu is also in the fire sign. Now, the dispositor lord of Capricorn is Saturn. Saturn is sitting in the Pisces sign. Pisces is karma from past lives, collective suffering, oceans, refugees, hospitals, faith, surrender. So Saturn says what? All Capricorn structures, governments, markets, laws, marriages, job must now answer to compassion, truth, and spiritual law. Anything that was built only on greed, power, corruption, or ego, that will not survive with this cycle getting activated. So, in case you are hearing in the news, whatever you are hearing till now, remember that when planets are going to be transiting in the Capricorn sign, especially post 13th of January onwards, you will see the shift happening. This Saturn is a punisher also. So the greed will definitely not pay you back anything. The power, the corruption, the hunger, those people will not be able to survive. Survive as in doesn't mean that you are going to leave for the heavenly abode or something. No, it's that you are going to be suffering because of these negatives. So be detached. Just try and surrender from now itself if you really want this Saturn to give you good results. As I always have been talking about, Saturn was looking at Capricorn, Sagittarius till now. Then is the dispositor lord of the stellium, which is forming, and then will be the planetary shifts in the Aquarius sign, which is again the sign of Saturn, and then lastly it will be Saturn in the Pisces sign with all the planets there. So can you see one by one? There is from the last 4 months and the next like from past 2-3 months, and of course the henceforth period, Saturn's drishti, Saturn's influence is definitely going to be there. So we need to sow very, very carefully, because the fruits that we'll be reaping in the future will be based on today's sowing of the seeds. Remember. So be careful. Sow the right kind of seeds. Okay. Rahu is also in the Aquarius sign. So this means currency, banking systems this week, especially speech, media, digital money, AI, all will get destabilized while Capricorn resets. So this is why during this period market shakeups happen, policies reversals happen, people may panic, truth fights propaganda. And Jupiter is not going to be aspecting the Sagittarius sign planets now, because all the planets one by one are shifting to the Capricorn sign. Now, so there is no moral cushion now, no easy grace, only Saturnic justice. So till now, Jupiter was protecting. People were doing wrong, but Jupiter was protecting. But with the Saturn's aspect only, on the zone, things were definitely registered. Now this is the karmic court, I would say. So when Saturn is the ruler of the Capricorn sign, this is really tough. Believe you me. That is why when this Capricorn sun ingress happens, you have to leave the ego aside. You have to leave the negative emotions aside if you really want this to work in your favor. Okay. And also we have this is as regards to the spiritual meaning of this particular transit which is happening. This is not a destructive transit. Okay. This is a reset of destiny. There are few people who have joined in. Can you please confirm if I am audible, clear, and if you are understanding me well? If anybody, I request, if you're watching, you can simply just write one word, yes, that's it. Okay, that I'm audible. Because then the information that I'm saying you, if you're not able to, like in the previous videos, 2-3 videos this happened that I was doing live, nobody said that you can't even hear me. For good 8 minutes I was on mute. So please, I request you, if anyone who wants to disclose the identity and can simply just write yes, that I'm audible, that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. So this message that I'm going to be giving for Makar Sankranti is stop living from ego, start living from responsibility. And what is false will burn, what is real will remain. What is rushed will collapse, what is disciplined will survive. So this is the time for simplifying your life, repay your debts, speak truth, walk the straight path, release what no longer aligns with the soul. And I'm sure this definitely is going to help you. This definitely is going to take you forward only. So friends, Makar Sankranti is not an ordinary Sankranti any which ways, but this one is even more, because this is not just sun changing signs. This is the universe calling humanity into karmic maturity. Okay. So from 13 January to early February, the sky becomes a courtroom. Sun, Mars, Mercury, Venus, then Moon also will be there in the Capricorn sign. The law, karma, government, duty, long-term destiny is this sign. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, who's sitting right there. So this is something which is going to be the ocean of past life karma, suffering, faith, and dissolution. That is what this Saturn is going to be doing. So it means that every structure built without soul will be tested. Governments, corporations, relationships, money systems, even our own personal ambitions. Because this time it is not ego that rules, it's the karma that is going to. See, every time we say that it is karma, it's karma, it's karmic, it's karmic. Everything is karmic, undoubtedly. But what is the intensity? Suppose you are already in the dasha of either of these grahas, you will experience this even more. So if you talk about Venus combustion means so false love, shallow pleasures, and material greed will not survive, right? So that is why it will be different for each and every one. Suppose you have in the sky Mercury, which is combust. So lies, manipulation, half truths, they will be exposed. When we talk about Mars is also combust. It was from November onwards, 120 days. Mars is combust. So anger, violence, power games, these will be burnt. Okay. So this is the emotional reset for the whole world. I'm talking about for the whole world. So let the old story end and the new destiny begin. Because this is the Uttarayan. Uttarayan means northern journey, northern hemisphere journey of Surya Sun. So this is not the time to run. This is the time to become honest. This is not the time to grab. This is the time to build. And Saturn says only what is compassionate, ethical, and soul aligned only will be allowed to grow. It is a very serious video for that reason. Please do share with others. Nobody is sharing this kind of information. I can give it in writing. They will say, do this remedy, they do this remedy, do that remedy. No, this is what you have to do. Makar Sankranti, this Makar Sankranti especially, make one promise to yourself for my sake. Because if you're following me, please do this for yourself. Not to be perfect, but to be real. Do this. Be real. It's for all the astrologers out there as well. Please don't cheat, deceive people. Please stop doing this. This is not andhavishwas. Please stop inculcating fear. Because Capricorn does not reward desire, it rewards discipline. And Saturn does not reward ambition, he rewards integrity. Please. So follow the straight and the simple and the right path. The next 12 years will open like a golden road before you, because Jupiter's cycle is also coming to an end in the Gemini sign from June onwards, and this is the time. So if you cheat destiny, if you try to cheat destiny, this fire will find you. This is that kind of a transit, because Uttarayan means there is a new journey beginning. So this is the Capricorn purification, and those who surrender to the truth will rise higher, and even before, believe you me, than whatever you had planned also. You will get the results so easily. So easily. You cannot imagine. The blessings are so very powerful. Okay. So kindly, I request you, if you can do this. It's a very simple thing to perform. Now, coming to the moon's ingress. Moon is going to be in the Libra sign. Libra sign is the sign of balance on the 12th. And the first half of 13th is going to be in the Libra sign. Agreements, relationships, PR. Let's settle it properly kind of a phase. So pressure on partnerships and negotiation style, and meetings, mediation, payment settlements, or beautification, branding, diplomacy. These are the key themes. And don't have passive aggression. I'll prove you wrong. Those kinds of debates, avoid. And also impulsive spending, if you can just avoid. Then it moves into Scorpio sign, 13th letter half onwards. It's going to be a debilitated moon. So, from social diplomacy, it is going to be a deep emotional intensity. So, close pending paperwork, plan budgets, protect privacy, research. So, there can be emotional outbursts and avoid suspicion, secret decisions without facts. Okay. 14th to the 16th of January. 14th it's going to be in Scorpio, 15th is going to be in Scorpio. Then 16th moves into the Sagittarius sign. Now, when it's going to be in the Sagittarius sign, the theme is dharma, decisions, higher learning, law, travel, truth speaking. But Jupiter is in Gemini, right opposite this moon. So we get belief versus data, ideology versus facts, big statements versus ground reality. So study, teach, visa, documentation, planning, legal clarity, spiritual sadhana, long term vision. That is going to get activated. Avoid getting arrogant and peachy tone and blind faith with verification. Just avoid, because it's going to be in the Sagittarius sign at that time. And then it's going to be till the 18th in the Sagittarius. So post 11 a.m. India time, Delhi time, on the 18th, this moon moves into the Capricorn sign. So again, all the planets are already there waiting for this moon. So this is like practicality, results, deadlines, authority, execution, and there's this Amavasya also, which is taking place. So this is happening in the Uttara Ashada Nakshatra. So this is a good time for quiet sankalpa, pitrutarpan, declutter or start disciplined routines. Okay, I think you can't see me, right? 1 second. There's something wrong here. 1 sec. One sec. Okay, I thought you can see me. The camera was closed. Anyhow, so what's happening here is, when we talk about the theme of the new moon, which is happening in your 10th house zone. So this is the time when you will feel that you are having some ego fights, etc. So just avoid having all those things. And also just it's not a good time to launch flashy Amavasya, theme, which is like, don't start anything new. Keep it inward and strategic. So we do have Swami Vivekanand Jayanti on the 12th of January. Then we have Lohri on 13th of Jan. Then we have Shatila Ekadashi on the 14th, and Pongal and Makar Sankranti and Uttarayan that we say, on the Jan 14th. And we have Magha Amavasya new moon, which is starting from the 18th midnight and ends on the midnight of the 19th. So 18th only we will consider it as a new moon energy. Okay. So this is what is the key theme. And as regards to the global pulse, this can bring about some legal angles like courts, treaties, sanctions, etc. And Scorpio moon will bring about some intelligence, cyber leaks, investigations, etc. So behind the scenes, expect strong statements during this time period. And also in Sagittarius, when moon is, then there can be some immigration narratives, ideological messaging rising, and also there is some kind of policy debates getting louder, not necessarily resolved. And market is going to be little tidal also, because it is too much energy in the Capricorn sign. So big announcement can be there. Verify your data well. And as regards to weather and all, this is going to be like water related stress, contamination, cold wave, fog, these kinds of or some disruptions can happen. And Rahu is also in Aquarius sign, so tech infrastructure outages and cyber incidents, aviation, telecom glitches can happen this week. So be alert, especially when moon is in the Scorpio sign from the 14th, 15th till the 13th letter half, 14th and 15th. Okay. So this is the key theme of this week, and now let's start with the 12 sign readings. Okay, so I have requested about something. If you can follow it, please do write in the comment section that yes, we will. So now and reap the fruits later. So this is that kind of an energy, and it is Uttarayan Sun. I wish you all a very happy Makar Sankranti and Uttarayan also. Okay, so you can ask the questions if you want in between. The sign wise readings related to the transits would be better. Okay, so yes, thank you so much for following the advice. So what's happening with the, one second, oh sorry. Okay, so we are going to be doing the readings for Aries first. So I do take up sign-wise predictions based on the moon, ascendant, first the ascendant, moon, and also in this order. And mainly it is the dasha sign. So you have to check what dasha you're in and make that your first house, and then you will get to see that the readings are matching even more. Now, for Aries natives, this moon is going to be in your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses, and lastly on the 18th in your 10th, and there is a stellium. Let me just change the dates, but it's okay. Otherwise, I'll get confused with the moon's ingress. So, moon is going to be in your Libra sign to start with. On the 12th and the 13th, it's going to be here in the first half. So, partnerships, clients, spouse dynamics, negotiate calmly, good for contracts and collaborations. And when moon is transiting your 7th house, this feels shaky in partnership. Actually, the moon reflects your emotions onto others, so interactions with spouse, partners, or close allies, anyone, can be very intense, or maybe some kind of reaction will be there. Rahu's there in trine, Jupiter is there in trine also. There's a tendency to seek emotional reassurance, but others may not respond the way you expect. So, overthinking your partner's words, these kind of feelings can be there. You can be very sensitive and emotional on this day, especially on the 12th. So maybe you have a desire for an emotional closeness with your partner, but with inner insecurity. Arguments or silence in marriage, business may arise, or maybe marriage or business. This is 7th house after all. So you need validation from others. So avoid reacting to temporary mood swings. Let communication happen after some silence. Maintain balance in business or legal discussions. Then moon moves into your 8th house on that is Scorpio sign, which is a debilitated sign, on the 13th letter half, 14th and the 15th. It remains there. So this is the time when you will be discussing about your finances, shared resources, taxes, insurance, in-laws, themes. Maybe you're going to be meeting them if you're married. Avoid risky trades, deep work, and healing is powerful. 8th house is emotionally vulnerable and karmically exposed kind of a situation. You might feel that there is some in unstable. There is the energies are unstable. Your emotions are unstable. You may feel withdrawn, anxious, or deeply reflective. This is a good day for inner work. Not ideal for public life, risk taking, or financial moves. Generally, it's the Chandrashtama. We consider it to be a little uneasy kind of a phase only. So stay grounded and avoid reacting to imagined threats. And also, feelings of fear, isolation, or uncertainty, sudden emotional flashbacks, or subconscious reactions, health sensitivity, digestive issues, you have eaten out or something, especially fatigue or some reproductive issues can happen on this day. So, meditate in silence if you can, just sit in silence, avoid major talks with anyone, just can erupt in arguments. So, do japa or study or, anything that you really like doing, just follow some practice. You can just go for a nature's walk also. Then moon moves into your 9th house on the 16th to the 18th first half. So this is good for travels, study, legal, visa. If you want to apply or you want to plan or you want to submit some papers, keep documents error free. As it is, it's that kind of a phase when Mars will also be leaving the zone, and Mars is also, your ascendant lord. So you need to, and it's combust after all. So you need to take care of those energies also, that you are very cautious in your speech, in filing your papers. Mercury is also combust. So keep your documents error free, reread them. Recite Hanuman Chalisa, and also, if you can donate red lentils or red clothes on Tuesdays, this will be definitely helpful. Okay. And in the ninth house, it is a reflective and a very spiritually oriented day, these 2 quarter days, but emotionally, idealistic. You might just connect with some guru, father, or maybe you'll be traveling, or maybe there is some thoughtful transit. Actually, this is so the moon here will be drawing your mind towards higher values, philosophy. You will be questioning right or wrong. It's a day for study, pilgrimage, planning, or speaking to elders. You may just have also some kind of emotional distance from your father, or a clash with your mentors. So don't expect too much too high from them also during this time. Strong desire for spiritual or moral clarity. And also, you might just give some guidance, or somebody who needs that, you might just guide them through also. Emotional sensitivity towards teachers, gurus, and fathers, or to travel or shift your perspective. Avoid, making any decisions in impulse, because Mars is your ascendant lord, which is in the transition mode. So urge to travel or shift perspective is also quite likely. So use this transit to reflect, not to preach too much. Okay. So this is what is the key theme, and we do have new moon in Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra also on the 18th, and you can donate something to the needy, rice, sugar, milk. You can keep it on the bedside on the 18th, and then on the 18th morning, in the middle of the night, like post middle of the night, when 18th Gregorian wise, it starts. So you can simply just, keep some rice by your bedside, and in the morning you can give it to someone who needs it more than you do. Okay. And it's a good week in a way, like when moon is going to be in your 7th and your 9th and the 10th house. So you're more inclined towards your work on the 18th. Maybe you're not working, you're working from home maybe on that day, but definitely this is about your career and your karma and your authority, and you're focused on responsibility. So you are more invested on this day. So just take a break, I would say, in case you want to do certain things. So take a break and spend some time with your family. Okay. So take care. There's a stellium forming in your 10th house, which I will be discussing maybe in a separate video, or maybe in the upcoming week, because it's going to be gradually moving into this sign, and the stellium is going to get active and picking up to be getting active by the next week. So you need to say that how is it giving you the results, because you will feel there's a lot of energy at the workplace. There's some churning going on, there's some debate going on, there is some change which you can anticipate on the work professional area. So see to it that you make right kind of choices and decisions. Do hear the summary part. I've explained everything elaborately. It will help you, I'm sure. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. See, for somebody's asked the question, let me just once again see if Aries, for Aries. So if you're guessing the reconciliation, it is because you have a Ketu energy in your 5th house also, and Rahu is there in your 11th house. And Scorpio transit of moon is little tough. So I would suggest leaving aside 13th letter half, 14th and 15th. You can make the decision apart from these days if you want to reconcile. Okay, so that will be a good decision, don't worry, because I prefer when it is in the ninth house you make the decision, this is going to materialize better. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this week moon is going to be in your um, 6th, 7th, and 8th houses, and lastly on the 18th, latter half in your ninth house. So when moon is in your 7th house, this is the time when you should be focused more on your routine. You'll be very productive. You'll be able to coordinate well with your co-workers, with your staff. You will be more into health and fix your disciplines and schedules, and don't overcommit or don't overpromise on this time period, during this time period, especially in the 7th house. In the 6th house, it's said that you're more concerned about your health, your diet, you get that clarity also, but you're going to be solving the problem also at the same time. This is a solid transit for handling challenges with grace. Moon in this house will actually give you more objective view to your problems, physical problems, emotional problems, psychological issues. A great day to fix your mental as well as your physical health. If you want to start something, maybe some fixed routine you want to get into, so this is a good day. If you want to do it, you will definitely be able to do it also. You might just take your pet to the veterinary doctor, or you might just spend some time with your pet also. And you have to calmly handle your workplace issues in case you are already facing something. So this will be the day it might just trigger when 12th and the first half of 13th. Physical motivation to fix your diet or schedule, ability to digest criticism without emotional collapse, emotional independence rises, less craving for approval is good for you. So I can suggest that tidy your place, wherever you are, your workstation, your space, wherever you sit, and declutter it. Complete pending work. This is a very good day, productive day for you. Avoid gossip or emotional over involvement in other people's problems, and service done without ego today will give you long term blessings also. Okay, so this is something that you can easily follow this advice, and you're good to go. Then moon moves into your 7th house, and 7th house moon is debilitated moon. So it is about relationship may be tested, and listen more, control less, and it's good for counseling, mediation, rather than jumping into making impulsive decisions about parting ways with your partner also. This is not the day. It's a good time to connect with your people, and maybe you're taking your family out for dinner or wearing new clothes. So one-on-one relationship also might trigger. So this is a transit which will feel, maybe you might just feel shaky in partnerships or relationship. There are mood swings actually which are going to be there. So maybe you're suspicious, or you're maybe having some less interaction, or not the emotional interaction with your partner. So you might feel intense or reactive also. There's a tendency to seek emotional reassurance during this time, and but others may not respond the way you are expecting them to. So this is something which can lead to overthinking or anxiety, desire for emotional closeness, etc., but with inner insecurity. So that is something you need to work on. So the need for validation may cloud your decision making. So I would suggest that don't get carried away especially on these dates that I've mentioned, 13th letter half, 14th and 15th, and avoid reacting to temporary mood swings, and let communication happen after some silence. Isn't that better? And try to maintain balance in business or legal discussions also. Your mental setup needs to be in that equilibrium as well. Then 16th, 17th, moon is going to be in Sagittarius sign. So Sagittarius is your 8th house. So you might feel emotionally vulnerable during this time, or karmically exposed. So, secrets, transformation, in laws, longevity, fear, these are the key themes of the eighth house. Chandra Ashtama makes this condition of moon a little unstable. The mind gets a little unstable. You may feel withdrawn, or maybe a little anxious or deeply reflective on this day. So this is what happens when you are working on your inner you, your inner desires, your inner the inner work, contemplation, and working on your self growth. So for that you need to be in that introspective mode also. So this is a good day for inner work, but not ideal for the public life, risk taking, or financial moves. I would suggest avoid, stay grounded, and avoid reacting to imagined threats also. uh, you do feel that there is a fear of isolation, uncertainty, emotional flashbacks, and subconscious reactions might come in also. So, these are the key themes of this Chandra Ashtama, because there is a lot of energy which has left this zone empty now. There's a void. So, maybe, health issue can be there, or fatigue is there, or reproductive issues are there. So, you need to take care of your um self, and work on your emotions on this day. Meditate, sit in silence, avoid major talks with your spouse or in laws or anybody you are attached to, very close to. So, avoid getting into any kind of arguments. Whenever there's Chandrashma, you should avoid all of that, and don't push things, just observe on this day. Okay. Lastly, for a day, moon is going to be, on the 18th post 11 a.m. India time. Moon is going to be in your ninth house. Now, ninth house is a very powerful transit of this moon, actually, because here there will be a lot of configuration of planets here with Sun, Mars, Moon, Venus, Mercury also transiting through this zone. So, this is a very thoughtful transit. So, Moon here draws. Your mind towards higher values, bigger picture, philosophy, and questions of right and wrong. It is a day of study, pilgrimage planning, speaking to elders, but there may be emotional distance from your father or mentor, so avoid clashes. It's a very powerful time for spiritual and moral clarity, and also guidance, advice, maybe giving and taking, or urge to travel or shift perspective. Listen more than speaking today. Read a dharmic text or speak to someone wiser. Avoid debates about belief or justice. Use this transit to reflect, not to preach. That is something which I think it's easy to follow. And in case you have to go for any kind of debt clearing, restructuring, inheritance talks, etc., be factual, avoid emotional spending though, but when moon is in your eighth house. The remedy that I can give you is on Friday, if you can recite Lakshmi mantra or offer white sweets to the girls or the women. So, this will be definitely positive. It can minimize the impact of the negatives, okay? In case you are going through something. Workplace stress is there, yes, I know, because of Rahu energy there. I can simply just say, if whenever you have workplace stress, no, you should distribute sweets to your co-workers, and to your co-workers, chocolate or any kind of Indian sweets that we get. So you should distribute it on Fridays, so that there is something which there's bitterness, so that can only balance with the sweets. So counterbalance it, and you will see that things are getting better for you. Okay. That's the only remedy I can think of right now. But yeah, when I see the personal chart, maybe there will be multiple things that I can tell you to do. That's why I always say go for the annual reading, because my annual readings are very extensive. I give month wise readings, and I tell you what to do, what not to do. Weeklies are generic, and you can, of course, watch these videos. If you can't pay if you don't want to book for the reading, even the weeklies and monthlies are very helpful. I'm sure you will not get this kind of information anywhere. Anywhere, I can guarantee that. I can I'm overconfident on this, maybe, but I know nobody has this kind of time and patience to give the information free flow, and in the live session, of course. I'm sure of it. So, coming to the thank you, God, I can do this. For Gemini. So, for Gemini natives, this week, Moon is going to be in your fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth houses. And it is going to be from the 12th to the 13th, first half, in your fifth house. So, fifth house is about creativity, romance, children, content creation. So, this is a good time for writing, marketing, and also, maybe meetings. If you have any, you're aligning any meetings. So, that is also going to be very positive for you guys. So, as regards to your fifth house themes, it is a very intellectually active day for you, but emotionally you might be distracted. That is why, when the ex relationship triggers, you should avoid interacting on this day, especially when Moon is in your fifth house, because you will not be able to focus on that. You will not be able to understand whether you want this relationship or not. So there's a lot of confusion here and there, so avoid. So this is good for your mental creativity, desire to express, and of course Moon here can make emotions rule decisions. So especially around children, romance, and speculative matters. That is why you should never go for investments on the fifth house Moon transit. You may feel the need to be heard or appreciated, but the mood may fluctuate. So this can give you heightened mental activity, but not always focused. Maybe you emotional conversations with your children will be favorable for them, and risk of acting on impulse in love or money, spiritual questioning, and or restlessness. These could be the key themes of Moon in the fifth house. So don't rush into romantic or financial decisions today. Avoid emotional argument with children and channel mental energy into mantra, journaling, or reading. So a good day in those respects. So 13th letter half to the 15th, this Moon is going to be in Scorpio. So workload plus digestion or skin sensitivity can be there. Simplify your food, sleep early, avoid office politics. Sixth house themes, any which ways, it is about enemies, health, routine, service, debts. So strong for discipline and problem solving. So this is a solid transit for handling challenges with grace. Moon in this house gives more objective view of your problems. Physical, emotional, psychological. This is a great day to fix your health routines. Maybe, there can be some issues at the workplace that you have to deal with. You have to really handle that very calmly and don't confront. You can get clarity about unresolved issues also. Physical motivation to fix diet or schedule. Ability to digest criticism without emotional collapse. Okay, so emotional independence will rise and less craving for approval. So tidy your space, complete your pending jobs, avoid gossip or emotional over involvement in other people's problems, and service done without ego today gives long-term blessings. And then Moon moves into your after the Scorpio transit into Sagittarius sign, that is your seventh house, and that is happening on the 16th and the 17th, and post 11 o'clock will be in the Capricorn 8th house. So before that, for Gemini especially, it is good for partnership contracts. Jupiter is retrograde in the first house, so this will ask you to make revisions, read fine print twice, or any kind of documentation that you're involved in. You will have to work on that as well. So 16th and the 17th especially, this is little tricky transit for partnerships. It could be marital partnership, spousal partnership, business partnership, any kind of people or allies that you're interacting with. It can be little intense or reactive kind of a argument interaction. So there's a tendency, to seek emotional reassurance, but others may not respond the way you are expecting on this day. So you can be overthinking about what the partner said, what did he not, what did she do. So there's a desire for emotional closeness also on this day, but there is a lot of inner insecurity also. Arguments can happen, or maybe there is silence, complete pin drop silence is there in the uh, you know in your decision making, or maybe you're going to be having some issues in relationship because of this. So you need to be really cautious during this time. Need for validation may cloud decision making. So avoid reacting to temporary mood swings. This is temporary, of course, transits are all temporary. So let communication happen after some silence. Maintain balance, no, try to maintain balance in business, relationship, legal discussions, etc. Just maintain balance and you're good to go. Lastly, the 8th house on the 18th, it is going to get triggered up. So this is a very intense kind of a feel transit. You might just feel isolated or uncertain, or some emotional flashbacks might just resurface, or health sensitivity. Maybe you have some fatigue or reproductive issues, or maybe you will feel uneasy because of some risk-taking financial moves that you have made, and you've lost some good chunk of money. So this might just not be a good day for you. You might just get into that meditative zone, in silence. You sit in silence. Avoid major talks with your own people, like spouses, in-laws, parents, means your in-laws, etc. If you can avoid, that'll be good for you also. Do japa or study a shastra, or study a Hindu or a text, which can give you some calmness within. Okay, so that is the key theme of this transit of moon this week. And we do have so many grahas also transiting your 8th house. You need to be really, really cautious about your mental setup. If you work on all these things, I'm sure you're good to go. So do watch the January readings. You will get a lot of clarity on that also. And of course, the yearlies I've done already. I hope you all liked it and you will follow the advice what I've given in that. And you can recite Vishnu Sahasranam or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya chants for 108 times every day. That's really going to uplift your Mercury. So once Mercury is good, you are good to go. That's your ascendant Lord after all. Thank you so much for being here. Monalisha is also here. And thank you so much. You're so kind, so lovely, such lovely messages. Your, New Year wishes I got. I'm so touched. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, everyone. Love you all. Thanks so much for being part of my journey and being there for me always. Okay, so let's move on to Cancer. So, my dear Cancer natives, this week moon is going to be in your 4th, 5th, 6th, and lastly the 7th house. When it is in your 4th house, so home, family, property matters, repairs, or maybe cleaning or family agreements, all that is the key theme of this 4th house transit. Home, comfort, inner peace, mother, vehicles. So you are pretty sensitive when moon is in the 4th house. Why? Because moon is the ruler of the 4th house in the natural zodiac, and it is in the 4th house also. So, and it is Libra. So it is about your relationship. This is going to impact. So impact as in, like, you will be too homey, or you're going to be too much attached to your family environment. You want that peace when moon is here. So you are very sensitive when moon is here. You're very inward. You're very moody also. You may feel like staying home, avoiding noise, or retreating emotionally. Good for healing, rest, and reconnecting with your space and family. And there can be need for emotional safety and comfort during this time. Sensitivity to sound, crowds, or confrontations. You just want to keep yourself at bay. This is on the 12th and the 13th, first half I'm talking about. So, thoughts about mother or unresolved home matters. Maybe you are renovating your place and it's getting stretched too much. So, that can also give you anxiety. So, sleep, digestion, or emotional balance may shift. You're making some changes, or maybe you're working long hours during this time period. Even on the weekends, you're working. So keep your environment clean, quiet, and peaceful. Offer prayers to your mother or the divine mother, feminine form, I would say. And avoid public decisions today. Stay rooted. Maybe you will connect with some childhood friend today and you will just pour your heart out. That is also quite likely. Then moon moves into the Scorpio sign, your fifth house, on the 13th letter half, 14th, and the 15th. It's going to be in the Scorpio sign. Scorpio, any which ways, it is a debilitated sign, and it is the fifth house. So, creativity, children, speculation, good for research, not gambling. Emotional intensity is pretty high. In the fifth house, the key theme is basically, you're intellectually active but emotionally distracted. So, this will definitely light up your mental creativity, your desire to express. But moon here will make you very emotional. So, it will rule your decision making, especially around children, romance, speculative matters like investments, etc. You may feel the need to be heard or appreciated during this time, but mood may fluctuate. So, fifth house is the house of intellect, as you know. So, intellectually active, but emotionally you will be distracted. That is why, when the ex relationship triggers again, when moon is here, you should be very careful during this time period and stay calm. Don't get emotionally distracted. There can be some heightened mental activity which can happen, or not always like a focused one. So emotional conversations with or about children can be the side effects of this moon in the fifth house zone. Spiritual questioning or restlessness can be there. Risk of acting on impulse in money, love. Don't rush into any kind of romantic or financial decisions today, I would request you. Avoid emotional arguments with children. Channel mental energy into mantra, journaling, reading. So that is good for you. Then moon moves into your sixth house. Now, sixth house key themes are enemies, health, routine, service, depths. Now, strong for it's a really strong time period for discipline and problem solving. Don't be self-critical during this time. It's a solid transit for handling challenges with grace. Moon in this house will give you more, I would say, objective view of your problems, physical, emotional, psychological, any kind of issues that you have been facing. It is a great day to fix health routines, face workplace issues, or calmly handle confrontation. But you will get clarity about some unresolved issues also. You might just start a fixed routine, like dietary routine or physical motivation is there. You're going to be starting gymming or something like that. So, and also this will give you the ability to digest criticism without emotional collapse. That is the key theme. That's a remedy also for you. So don't worry what the others are saying and doing. It should not hamper your growth ahead. You should not just stop because others don't want you to. That's their motive and they will be successful. So don't let them go there. Okay, emotional independence rises, less craving for approval happens. Tidy your space, complete pending work. That's what you will definitely, if you do it, will come out of the anxiety pangs that you're getting. Avoid gossip or emotional over involvement in other people's problem. Service done without ego today gives long term blessings, remember. And also, when a moon is going to be in the seventh house, so Shiva Abhishek with water on Mondays would be really a good remedy. And on the new moon night, you can donate milk and rice also to the needy. It is on the 18th midnight time, I'm saying, because the new moon is till the morning. So morning time, it is the morning as in like on the 19th early morning, 1 a.m. India time. So you can just do it, donations you can do on the 18th itself. Okay. So this is what is the key theme for the Cancer natives. And there's a stellium forming in your seventh house. You need to be really careful in relationships. Okay. Don't lose your mind. So Thank you so much for watching. Coming to the Leo sign. So for Leo natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your third, fourth, fifth, and finally the sixth house. Third house is the house of communication, siblings, paperwork, short travels, good for meetings, PR, client follow ups, in case you are in that zone already to go for meetings and journeys, etc. Already planning. Planning will not be overnight, maybe you're already doing it. So on the 12th till the 13th, first half, Moon is going to be in your third house. So this is a supportive transit for action, writing, expression, or resolving misunderstandings. Your mind is actually ready to act, not just feel. You may initiate a conversation, write something important, or travel short distance journeys with clarity. So just clear your emotional communication. Good day for meetings or negotiation. Relationship with siblings or peers may improve. Willpower and courage may feel available for you. And it's a good time to take initiative, speak up, organize or complete what was pending, avoid drama, during this time, and be more practical rather than being emotional. Okay. Then Moon moves into your fourth house in the Scorpio sign on the 13th latter half till the 15th evening. So this is the time when it is the fourth house where it is debilitated also is double the emotion sensitivity. You will feel that your key areas or focus is home, comfort, inner peace, mother, vehicles on this day. So on these days. So Moon is actually in its own zone, but it is like more of mind inward and moody also, because Moon here is debilitated also. So you may feel like staying at home, avoiding the noise and retreating emotionally, good for healing, rest, or reconnecting with your space and family is a good idea. The core circle, I mean, maybe some close friend you will come across or meet. So that is also quite likely. And when it comes to the, sleep and digestion, you need to be really careful about your health. Okay, 1 second. Think. Yeah. Yes. I'll just have water. Fourth house is actually, a bit uneasy. Why? Because it's going to be giving you that kind of sensitivity also. You are very sensitive. So thoughts about mother or unresolved home matters might just come up. Sleep, digestion, emotional balance may shift. Keep your environment clean, quiet, and peaceful. That's the best thing that you can do. And offer prayers to your mother or divine feminine form, or maybe, some divine mother, goddess. Avoid public decisions today. Stay rooted. Then Moon moves into your fifth house. Now, fifth house is Sagittarius. 16th and the 17th, Moon is going to be in the Sagittarius sign. 1 sec. So Moon is going to be in the fifth house of yours, and fifth house is actually intellectually active but emotionally distracted. So this is not the day to make decisions regards to your love relationship, I would request you, because then you might just make some impulsive decisions, which is really going to backfire later, and you might just regret it also. That is the fifth house theme: creativity, romance, children, good news possible. Don't let ego spoil love. These are the key themes, but at the same time this will definitely light up your mental creativity and desire to express. But you can make emotions rule decisions, especially around children, romance, speculative matters like investments. So you may feel the need to be heard or appreciated, but mood may fluctuate. So this is not a good time to make hasty decisions regards to these zones. Okay, so stay focused and any kind of emotional conversations with your children. If you want to make, you can. And don't act on impulse in money and love. This is not the right time. Don't rush into any romantic or financial decisions today. Avoid emotional arguments with children. Channel mental energy into mantra, journaling, reading. That's the key theme which is going to play out. And it's healthy also for you. And lastly, it's going to be in your sixth house for just a day, that is 18th itself, post 11 a.m. So you will be very disciplined in problem solving. You may start a fitness regime on this day, physical motivation to fix diet or schedule or something like that can happen. And this is also the time to solve your problems, that problem solving with discipline, and fix your health routines, workplace issues if you want to fix them up. Calmly handle confrontation also. Tidy your space, complete pending work, avoid gossiping or emotional over involvement in others' problems. Service done without ego today gives long term blessings. So it's up to you what do you really want. Okay. And the stellium is going to be forming in your sixth house. So any which ways you have to take care of your litigation, loans, debts, or anything, any kind of problem solving, maybe some competitive exam that you're going to be taking. So this is something which you can work on, and you have to take care of your health, because there's a stellium or clustering of planets going to be in your sixth house post 14th onwards. So gradually all the grahas will be one by one coming to your sixth house. So you need to take care of your health, your physical motivation, fix your diet, workout, whatever you like doing, for a mental vent. So this is going to be a good time period for doing so. Then we have moon in the sixth house. Lastly, yeah, we have done that. And stellium also in the sixth house. Okay, so the last one is the remedy. So you can simply just do the Surya Argya daily in the morning, that is sun salutations or looking at the sun. Chant Aditya Hridaya Sotram on the Sundays also. That will be good for you guys. Okay, or simply just recite Om Grini Suryaya Namaha. Om Grini Suryaya Namaha. Om Grini Suryaya Namaha. Okay, you can recite this chant also. Coming to the next one, that is, sorry, not the Namacha, Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this week moon is going to be in your second, third, fourth and fifth houses. Second house is money, planning, speech, family priorities, budgeting work, and harshness in speech also. So you need to work on these areas of life right now with moon transiting in this zone. So this is a time to actually, it actually affects how you speak, how you spend, and relate to your family. And there is a tendency to use words emotionally for comfort or control. Hunger may rise or emotional eating may surface. So you need to be very careful that don't fall prey to the depression or those kinds of energies during this time period. Financial decisions may be reactive and not rational, because moon is in your second house for a day on the 12th. So be careful, especially when moon is here. So maybe you can go for some dental procedure or something if you are looking for. You may have desire to speak or explain yourself. Risk of saying too much or revealing private thoughts. There can be craving for sweets or heavy food, you can have, and you can have digestive troubles. Family conversations may feel emotionally charged. So avoid impulsive spending or emotional arguments, I would suggest, and practice calm speech, eat light, sattvic food on this day, especially 2 days when moon is in the 8th house. That is the actual remedy, that be more calmer and work on your mental peace. Okay, and also moon is going to be in your third house, and that is when, travel, documentation, good for submissions. Don't reveal secrets to everyone. Don't. That's the key theme of this. On the 13th letter half till the 15th, moon is going to be in your third house. Now, this is supportive transit for action, for writing, for expression, or resolving any kind of misunderstandings. Your mind is ready to act, not just feel. So, you may initiate a conversation while something important or travel or short journey can happen, and there's a lot of clarity that you can get. So this is something which is going to clear your emotional communication, good for meetings, and this is a good day for negotiations also. Relationship with siblings will improve, with peers may improve. Willpower and courage may feel more available. And take initiative, I would suggest take initiative, speak up, organize, or complete what was pending. Avoid drama, this is the time to make some practical emotional movements, I would suggest. Okay. Now, moon is going to be in your fourth house, and all the planets are visible here. They'll be shifting to Capricorn by the time moon moves here in the Sagittarius sign. So, this is going to be from the 16th to the 17th, when moon is going to be in the Sagittarius, in your fourth house. So, fourth house is actually a very sensitive location for any parent, or anybody. It's a fourth house, is like home, comfort, inner peace, mother, vehicle. So, moon is strong in this house, but it makes your mind inward and moody. You may feel like staying at home or working from home or avoiding the noise, outside noise, or retreating emotionally. This is a good time for healing, rest, and reconnecting with your spouse and family. There is a need for emotional safety and comfort. Sensitivity to sound, crowds, or confrontation can happen. Thoughts about mother or unresolved home matters, sleep, digestion, or emotional balance may shift. So keep your environment clean, quiet, and peaceful. Offer prayers to your mother or divine feminine power. Avoid public decisions today and stay rooted. Okay. Then moon moves into your fifth house, and that's happening from the 18th. Sagittarius we've done. So Capricorn is going to be there for a day. Okay. So when moon is in the fifth house, so this is a very intellectually practical day, but emotionally distracted day. Money, planning, speech, family priorities, budgeting works, all these will be the key themes during the moon's ingress in your third house. In your fourth house, sorry. So fourth house is fourth house, and then lastly the fifth house, sorry. So this is a good time for mental clarity and creativity, but you might just be making some impulsive decisions regards to your children in those areas, in and around children, romance, or speculative matters like investments. You may feel the need to be heard or appreciated, but mood may fluctuate. Okay. So this is what, and I would say that the best is that don't rush into any romantic or financial decisions today, and avoid emotional arguments with children. Channel mental energy to mantra, journaling, or reading. Okay. This is what is the key theme. Then lastly, for a day, as I said, is going to be in your fifth house, so it's not a good time to get into any kind of relationship, also proposing the partner. Okay. Not a good time. And the best remedy that one can do, being a Virgo, is Durga Kavach. If you can read that every day, or simply just recite Durga mantra, because I cannot donate it until unless I have done it myself. I can donate it, so I will not be donating it to you guys. So simply just Google and see what is the Durga Kavach or the mantra for Durga Ma, so you can recite that as well. Okay. So coming to the next one, that is Libra. Can we do this uh, tomorrow, because it's I'm not feeling too well. I'll just share with you my 1 second. I'm not feeling too well suddenly, so can we just complete this tomorrow if you can adjust, please? I am waiting for you guys to let me know. It's really not. I'm having a bad um, throat. Okay, so I'll complete for sure the rest of the 6 signs. I'm really not feeling too well. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Stay blessed. Om Tat Sat. And I'll come back soon.